I
love, dang
wasn't.
it. Okay,
I,
well,
I wasn't, but I am
I've been
now.
saying all those mean things about everyone. Oh
About
no.
everyone who are non-specific that we shall not name.
Who are your cats?
Like literally, the meanest thing you said was about my
The
cats.
meanest thing I said was, "You'll make Alpha Cat for this." I think. Great job,
Yeah,
kitten. You'll make Alpha Cat for this.
yeah, that was the meanest thing Joe says about
Yeah,
anyone, really. Us just wishing more work on the kiddie.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just terribly mean.
I'm a meanie.
Who is a
Okay.
meanie?
Yeah, to kittens. Okay. So, yeah, I'm realizing I have a ton of eraser stuff on my workspace here, which is not ideal, but whatever. It's gonna be fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Although I am noticing you're peaking the mic a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
It's all right. I'm turning it down.
I was about to move slightly further away from the mic. So, am I still peaking the mic?
No, you're not. That is
Okay.
an acceptable level of peakage.
Great, great, great.
Kitty, kitty. I'll take it off. Take it off, I promise.
Alrighty.
Good God.
So,
Good God.
today, we are going to be working on our travel version of the abacus. Even though this road trip coming up, I could possibly take the abacus with me. It's not the most sturdy thing in the world, and I don't want to risk ruining it.
There we go. It wouldn't open your page, so...
Oh, I don't have your embed either. I should... Let me get your embed working first.
You don't have to embed me. I'm cool, but I appreciate...
Well, because you're cool, now I want to even more. To show off how cool my friends are.
Ah, well... yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, totally makes sense. Okay, Joe, I can see what Joe is making. You can hear Kid. Am I super quiet? I shouldn't be super quiet.
If she's quiet,
my mic says.
Yeah, and also like let us know if she's quiet on my stream or on her stream.
Yeah, because that's.
Because some people might be in Cleo's chat but watching my feed and might not realize that we're running separate audio setups.
Can somebody confirm and or deny?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You're a touch quiet. You sound fine. Feels kind of quiet on Cleo's stream. Weird. Kitty, you're going to have to get down. I need to check audio levels on the mic. No, those have been locked. There literally shouldn't be any difference in audio.
So that means I'm probably loud on your stream because you asked me to... Because you told me I was quiet and I turned myself up on my end. So turn me down on your stream.
Okay, I have turned Joe down on my stream.
Yeah, because if they turned their volume down to deal with me, then you would sound quiet now, right? But now you should be...
That makes sense.
Equalized. Okay.
It's good now. Okay, turning Joe down seems to make everything work properly.
Yay.
I need to hang on, I need to turn
That's
up
why
my
everybody
headphones.
turns me down.
Can you talk for me, Joe, for a sec?
Hi. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's good. That's good. Now I can hear Joe, and they are... Yeah. Thank you, Red Steel Eagle, for the 18-month resub. 18 months of Cleo is always a win. I agree. I feel like I am structurally a win.
Yay.
Wolf Rayco resubscribed for 11 months. Just wanted to say after crazy 12-hour shift, I'm assuming that's a look. Forward to coming to your Bujo and craft streams. Thank you. Good.
Woo.
That's what we're here for. We're here to make your lives better.
So my daughter said I could use her beads for this. This is her bead bag. It also has a bunch of rubber bands in it, which is moderately inconvenient. That's okay.
Choo-choo.
Beggars can't be choo-choosers.
Choo-choosers. Thank you, Pushed for the cow biddies, and Paleo for the biddies. I appreciate you. You're kind of not another boost train like Monday. We've just started. It can't be like Monday unless you keep it going through the whole stream, and you're not that rich. So you're just not. I appreciate you, but you're not.
Okay, I'm confirming. We're doing a quick test with the beads here. These this elastic paracord or whatever is thick enough that the beads stay roughly where they're put, but they
That's really good.
are movable. So that's fantastic. My daughter recommended using the glow in the dark beads, but I'm worried that they're kind of close to white. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they're going to show up
God.
on the... Oh, no, they show up.
Thank you, Mini Cheese Mouse, for the biddies, Paleo for the biddies, and Skulls and Cupcakes just gifted 10 community gift subs. I will remind people that for my stream at least, Joe has other things, but the all subs for the rest of September are 25% off, including gifted subs. So, yay.
Yay. Okay, so I'm confirming here, yeah, these beads are not getting chromed out, whereas like
Awesome.
the abacus rope or paracord green will
Definitely is.
definitely chromos out. Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to show people I have been buying new stuff for my channel.
Okay.
Just so you know. Thank you, Bakura. That's incredibly loud now. So these are things that I bought on Etsy. They are Day of the Week stickers. I kind of want to do this, but I know that they're upside down if I do that. But they are Day of the Week stickers in multiple colors. They're very well made by a company, like an individual called Sugarloop. But they come from New Zealand, so I wouldn't recommend unless you're like Australian or something. But they are very pretty colors and they're very well made. So thank you. Bakura, thank you for the biddies. Notably Deceased gifted 5 subs. Thank you very much, guys. You're pretty great. It is hilariously loud. It is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speak and get that turned down.
What's hilariously loud?
When people drop certain amounts of biddies, I have like cow noises and the Dora backpack song.
Gotcha.
The Dora backpack song is a bit loud.
Gotcha.
We'll have to turn that one down.
Yeah, I like my viewers to be able to watch the stream at work and not have, their boss be like, if I hear that backpack song one more time, I swear I'm throwing you into the jungle of Peru.
I will be honest. It's a large enough bit donation that it's not often used.
Gotcha.
So it's fine. I think it's fair. Tricks for Frogs resubscribed for 16 months. Yes, 16 months, and I am having a very good day. I'm hanging out with Joe. That's how that works. Headphones for the win. All right, NJ. If you're skiving at work, you need to use your headphones. Thank you, McLesley, for the biddies. I appreciate it. I fear no work noise, for I do not work. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, when people are like, I put this on in the living room, so my whole family has to watch your weird stream. I'm like, don't do that. That's like that's like playing my music to torture people in Guantanamo. Like, that's not what it's for. It's for making people happy. Like, don't if you're doing this to be obnoxious, then don't.
Well, don't be obnoxious, but please introduce everyone to our stream. Alternately,
don't make them hate me forever because of your bad choices.
Alternatively, make them love me forever for your bad choices. We've got options, is all I'm saying, guys.
Okay, so I'm counting out 10 glow-in-the-dark beads and 10 pink beads, because that's the closest to the red and white that I can find here.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me.
Thank you, Cleo.
That's good. I'm here to support all your life choices. Well, not all of them.
I'm using this chroma green bracelet as a bead holder so they don't roll off the desk.
Yeah.
Yay.
Just £40 in the challenge this month, guys. It's not payday until Monday.
Okay.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But that means I've hit 300, which is good.
Woo.
In my emergency fund.
Yay.
Yay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's this challenge? This is basically I save up different amounts each month to actually have an emergency fund, which I currently do not, because it got used.
Yes.
So this is like by the end of the year, every umbrella should be covered, and I should have £1,000. Right? That's good, isn't it? Mindflower cheered biddies and says, I'm listening at work. The anxiety makes me double check to make sure my headphones are plugged in. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Good for you.
What are you gonna say, Joe?
I think I was just being generally encouraging and like being like, yeah. I don't think I had a sentence.
I mean, that's fair.
I was
You don't
making
have to.
sounds to indicate enthusiasm, but
I
now I don't
appreciate
want
your
it anymore.
What, be enthusiastic? No, I get that too.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I should remind people we are doing rotational tips today. So any tips that come into me will rotate the camera 1 degree per dollar. And tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
Brilliant.
I'm imagining for the abacus here. Now I do have something to say. Okay.
Can I just do this one quickly because it's time
sure.
sensitive? McLesley has just gifted 3 Streamroots packs to the community. Go to the Streamroot community and claim your packs. If they are still there, they might not be. Thank you very much, McLesley. Okay, go.
Okay, so with the abacus, I'm trying to figure out how to reduce its functions for the travel version, right? So the number one thing that the abacus is used for is counting tips to make sure that when we hit 20, we hit a milestone, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, there are certain, but then once we hit Beetlejuice, it goes to $50 milestones. And so if I just had 20 beads on here, that wouldn't do that.
No.
But, at the point where I'm putting 50 beads on here, I mean, that's oh boy, I'm at 5/6 of a rosary now.
Yeah, 5/6 of a rosary.
So, yeah.
So what you want is
I'm trying to figure out how to most effectively do this with the fewest. What?
Well, you see how your regular abacus has 2 different colors for 5 and 5.
Yeah.
You could do that, but having the first set of beads is your ones, the next set of beads is your tens, and the next set of beads is your hundreds.
Yeah, well, we don't really need to keep track of hundreds on the abacus.
Okay, so then you need 2 lots of tens.
Yeah,
really.
so 2 tens might actually be the best way to do it. So let's see how much space 20 beads takes up here. I guess is
Sounds like you almost need multiple rows like an abacus. Well, that's not how this is going to
work. We're trying to avoid actually just reinventing the entire abacus with 100 beads. We're
trying to re-avoid.
Okay, here's the thing: is ideally I want this to be able to fit in my carry-on luggage or whatever if I'm flying. I don't, because sometimes I fly and I don't take what do you call it?
Luggage.
Yeah, I don't. Well, the checked luggage, right? So when I went to Minecon in Anaheim, I just had my carry-on bag, and I knew I was going to be sleeping on the floor, so I have an air mattress for backpacking that's the size of this this coffee thing when it's compressed, right?
Right.
So I could just get to the hotel, pull that out, borrow a sheet from somebody else's bed, and then this is I don't have to worry about checking bags and everything at that point. So
I mean, that's reasonable.
I having everything consolidated as much as possible.
Reasonable. That is allowed. Because if it wasn't, have to make rules. We know how we feel about rules, don't we, Joe?
If you're the reason I need to make a new rule, you're banned.
That wasn't where I was going with that. I was inferring the King storyline. But sure, Joe, threaten your audience. Go for it.
The worst thing you can do is give me more overhead? Oh no, it didn't even occur to me that the King was making rules. I've just been I don't know. I'm just trying to get stuff done before I leave. People are what are the economic implications of people not mining for diamonds?
Jesus Christ.
What were you saying?
It didn't occur to you that the king was making rules.
Well, people are like, Joe, what are the economic implications of banning diamond mining? Don't know, don't care. I gotta get this done before Pearl wakes up. It's cold, I've had too much coffee, and I want to go to bed.
It's called I've had too much coffee and I want to go to bed. You shouldn't have had that much coffee then.
Well, but I had to get it done before Pearl woke up. Time was a factor, Cleo. Time was a factor. Okay. So 5 beads doesn't actually take up that much. These are narrower than the beads on the original abacus. And so I have more room to work.
Well, it is a travel abacus.
Mm-hmm. So they should be more compact.
I do feel like you should probably use beads that aren't white, because I can't see them in my tiny little screen, which means someone in their phone can't really see them.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, like, the camera size varies so widely.
I suppose that's true.
It's... Also, the reason that the white beads are hard to see now is because they're on a, like, light gray background that's almost the exact same color as them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, visually, these are in front of something the same color as them right
But
now.
no, it's because of, well, I suppose it's because you're gonna chroma out the cord, so it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, and they're gonna be held up in front of a chromed out background, which will probably be contrasting and I don't know.
Zombie, hurry up and do a coup, Cleo, and Joe, I have other problems, please. Hills. I mean, that's fair. That's a way to look at it, I suppose.
Oh man, but like, I mean, as I yelled at Ren as I ran out, he's like, Joe, I give you permission to do this by whatever means necessary. I'm like, no one should ever do that. Okay, thanks, bye. It's like,
no, I agree with that.
I'm just gonna go wander around their bases, renaming all their pets for a while.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. But Pearl hates animals and doesn't have any. That's why I built a sign in front of her shop.
Ah, I understand.
But yeah, if they're like, how come none of these fish are despawning in front of our bases? It's because they're all renamed to Don't Mind Diamonds.
Wow. Even I wasn't that harsh.
I don't like to think of myself as harsh, Cleo, because I don't like to apply words to myself.
Can I apply words to you?
Yeah!
Good. It was harsh, Joe.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, I should have burned it into their lawn. I should have burned it into their lawn with a flint and steel. Oh man. Next time. How far away do fires render?
Horse's head. I have a horse's head that you could.
You could put a seahorse's head in their bed. Uh-oh. Pinball's rolling away.
Pearl's animals are still in her starter base. Well, that's no good. Who goes to their starter base except for B-dubs?
I go to my starter base. I've been decorating it for fall. Have you seen I've turned all the birch trees yellow?
I have.
I think that's one of those ideas that would look better if I could go further with it. But I'd have to bother B-dubs to get permission. And I don't know.
And he probably would say no.
He's very particular about his birch trees.
He's particular about everything.
Oh, hey, it's Darth Worthen's birthday.
It's whose? What?
Darth Worthen's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Feliz cumpleaños.
I was going to sing, but I don't...
Oh.
But Joe was going to do this.
I was going to sing. It's still singing if it's in Spanish, Cleo. Come on. If Franco's dead, you don't have to cut them out anymore. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Darth Worthen. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más.
Ah, dear. Do we have another meeting with the king this week?
I don't know. So my next episode, I've got it recorded in such a way that I could, if we do have a meeting with the king, like right now I've got like 18 minutes of footage that's in the final episode. And that's an okay length for an episode. But if we get 7 extra minutes of king nonsense, it's 24 minutes. And that's still okay.
King nonsense.
What?
You're showing your loyalty to the king right there.
I've been trying not to use words like content with words that I find less insulting. I would rather go create 10 minutes of nonsense for my video than 10 minutes of content. Like, content is like an oppressed.
So true.
You're buying
So
into the language
dramatic.
of your oppressor. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Wow. Ganymede cheered 400 biddies. Thank you very much. And gifted 5 community gift subs. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Just Ganymede at that point, really. And everybody else who's done all the nice things for me. I appreciate you. Hearts. Hang on. I can show this in camera. Hearts. I do this. Like,
Because you have the hots for them?
no. Hearts. Not
Hearts.
hots. I'm not hot guy. I'm not going to go
Hot
shoot
guy.
them. But I do that, like, when I'm talking to my chat, sometimes I will do that and not even announce that I'm doing it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, they can't see it. I can show you now. Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And that's like a gang sign from East London?
yes.
The Cockney Cardioids or something? That sounds like a really bad soccer team, football team.
We're monarcho-communists. Sorry.
Monarcho-communists? That's a great compound. Hey!
I've decided that's what I am. From the king to each term according to their need.
Nice. Lost Cult Music just brings in our first real tip of the stream. That's 3, so we're going to rotate the camera 3 degrees. Thank you very much, Lost Cult Music. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
Thank you, Mathematical Jackal, for the 7-month resub. It's appreciated.
Okay. So,
Oh god, that's
if I was going to log those on this, we would be... Okay. 3 over. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is working. So if I have a ones column and a tens column separately, and they both need to be about the same length, then let's move everything down here a little bit.
I love the storyline that B-Dubs is scared of Cleo.
That's not a story. That's
not
a
a
sentiment.
storyline.
There's not a line. That's one point of data. That you need 2 data points to make a line. Okay.
B-Dubs and me have history with me being mean to B-Dubs, so it's not a lie.
Yeah.
My issue is as I have very good experience in making people feel bad when maybe they shouldn't.
Oh, Cleo, why would you make someone feel bad when they shouldn't?
Because it's funny.
Oh. Okay. So, in terms of, like, knots for use here, I could really just be super lazy with this.
Is Etho scared of me? He pretends to be scared of me, which is really funny, but he's not scared of me.
Etho is very funny. Nobody's disputing whether or not Etho's funny. If you want to dispute whether or not Etho's funny, you and me, we're gonna tangle. Okay. This is very silly looking, and not at all.
I don't want to tangle with anybody. Who is Cleo scared of? Scared? No one really. My favourite hobby is puncturing the self-importance of people who think I should be scared with them. So, you know, it's like not really scared of people. Not in Hermitcraft, anyway.
Yeah. It's people outside of Hermitcraft that are terrifying. Okay.
I disagree, but sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out, like, a good knot for this. like something that'll look pretty and whatnot. But then I'm like, this is gonna get chromed out. Like no matter what, I should just do the simplest knot possible to save rope.
Yeah.
I think is
Thank you, Mini Cheese Mouse, for the 2116. It's not come through yet. The message, but I appreciate it. And when the message comes through, I'll read it, or you can send it to me on stream chat. Lost Cult Game gifted a sub. Thank you very, very much to Wet Spaghetti Noodles, which is a great name.
Wet Spaghetti Noodles.
Wet Spaghetti.
Wet Spaghetti.
Would I ever do MCC? Well, no one's asked me to.
Yeah.
How would I know? When they ask me, that's when I'll make that choice.
Yeah. Well, I've been told they don't ask you, you ask them. And I'm like, well, then I'm never going to do it.
Yes,
so, like, we'll see when they ask me.
And I know that's not true because Scott asked Pearl to do it.
Yeah, but Scar doesn't work there. I think Scar asked Pearl to apply or whatever.
No, Scott, the owner of MCC.
Oh, Scott, not Scar.
Scott, yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not an expert on Scott. I'm no true Scotsman.
Well, I spent an entire series with hanging out with Scott, so
gotcha.
I do know that for a fact.
And you weren't invited, so what are my chances?
I wasn't invited,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just... anybody that's not going to invite Cleo to join a server sucks.
I like Scott. Scott's nice.
That's fine.
And also, Scott knows that I'm really bad at PvP, so, you know... At this point, it's a sign-up waitlist. I know. I'm not a PvPer, so if it was anything, it would have to be an emergency, kind of like this person had to drop out. You're the only person available. Can you help? At which point, I will go, do I have to? And they'd say no, and I go, all right then.
Yeah, I mean,
that's basically what it would be.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's also like usually on a weekend.
Yeah, which is difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Too scary for MCC official. PvP training montages stream would be fun though.
I kind of feel
Look,
like
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to level with all of you.
Uh-oh.
I've not ever watched MCC. So I have
no
idea what you're talking about.
I think, as far as I know, it's basically, like, you know the movie 300? It's 4 of those slammed together.
Yeah.
It's Roman, it's got numerals, that's all I know.
You have PvP lessons from Etho. I don't really think you could call those PvP lessons. It was the equivalent of run away if you have to and stick them with the pointy end. I think I had those basics clear, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're not even supposed to answer these questions, apparently. Were you there when I asked about this? Like,
No.
There was a meeting where people were like, I don't like how this person answered the question of being asked, are you going to be on Hermitcraft? I don't like their tone. I didn't like the way they responded, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know, guys, just out of curiosity, is there a right answer to that question? Because, like, I was annoyed
can
by
I
this...
be on? I want to be on Hermitcraft. The right answer is
not saying I want to be on Hermitcraft. The conversation was so and so was asked by somebody in their comment section, do you want to be on Hermitcraft? And they gave an answer. And I said, I think this answer was terrible too, but honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a good one. What do we actually want people to say? So we can just straight up tell them, like, hey, if you come on Hermitcraft as a guest and then people ask you if you're joining the server, just tell them this, because that's cool, but most of the other answers are nonsense.
Most of the answers says, like, the best answer is to not answer that question.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing. And I said, because I get asked all the time, why am I not on this series or why am I not on that series? And I don't know what a good answer is. All the funny answers I could think of would make me sound like I'm either insulting you or coming across like a jerk. And I was told, well, Joe, just literally never answer that question. And here we are talking about why we're not on MCC like a bunch of idiots. I don't know.
Like, arguably, the reason why we're not on MCC is
because we're talking about it.
Yeah, because we're talking about...
If we hadn't answered the question, we'd still have a chance, but now Scott's gonna hear... I didn't even know the guy's name was Scott until today, but apparently now Scott's gonna hear all about this. And he was great in Quantum Leap, and I'm really sorry I disappointed him.
I think Scott would be appreciating you saying that. Although I don't know. He's younger than us. He might not appreciate it as much as I do. Look, we're not on MCC because we're not.
Yeah, but basically, if you want to make sure that somebody doesn't get on Hermitcraft or MCC or whatever, or like 500th Life, just keep asking them if they're going to be in it next time. And they're going to eventually say something that pisses off the person in charge of it so badly, they will literally never be invited. Like, people will remember that for a decade. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I thought about inviting this person to my upcoming thing, but like, oh, man, I had something back in 2019 I was running, and they were asked why they weren't involved. And can you believe they said this? Never again. Never inviting them to anything.
I think for most things, like, so long as you're not, like, the answer, well, that's not up to me, feels like a decent one. So long as you don't put, like, stupid smiley faces at the end. You know, well, that's not up to me, is a decent answer, and I wouldn't hold that against them. But as soon as you start putting, like, that's not up to me, winky face, it's just like, stop it. Stop being smug.
I'm incapable of not being smug, Cleo. I can't...
Joe, you're already on Hermitcraft. It doesn't matter if you're smug.
You earned it. Ecologue says the idea of it being that serious for people is kind of scary, given that all creators know fans are going to ask and ask and ask. It is. That's why I hate when people ask me about it, because it really stresses me out. Because I'm like, this is going to get clipped, and this is going to be held against me.
Yeah, the issue is, it's not that people ask, it's that we get harassed about it.
Because that's the thing is if you answer that question in any way, somebody's going to take your answer and then start harassing the person who runs the thing with it. And be like, did you see what Joe said about joining your upcoming series? Oh, maybe you should consider him, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. What do you think about this answer, huh? And like, then they're just going to be like, wow, Joe's audience is a bunch of idiots. Never again. Never inviting him. Right? Like, it ruins things to ask people stuff like that. Like... It's stressful to be asked stuff like that.
Yeah. So if there's somebody who's not there, like my best advice to that is assume that they've not been invited. Just assume they've not been invited. Because I don't know about you, but telling people, well, I wasn't invited to that is really awkward.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel bad. It's just sort of like, well... I wasn't invited to that, so...
Well, and so the thing is, too, if somebody's like, Joe, why aren't you in the new James Bond movie? And I say, well, I look too much like Sean Connery, they were worried that the audience would get confused, right? I can say that, and people are like, haha, that's funny. But if I gave that same answer about, like, hey, Joe, why aren't you on Cub Fans' speedrunning stream, or whatever? And it's like... Well, I look too much like Sean Connery, and, you know, Cub Fan is obsessed with 007, or blah, blah, blah. Like, some sort of stupid answer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, then that's going to be something that people are going to bother Cub with. Oh my gosh, did you see this? And then Cub's just going to be like, God, don't even talk about me. I shouldn't have even said a name here. This is why. Like,
thank you, NJ, for the biddies.
I picked Cub because he doesn't organize anything, and he won't be mad at me. But like, I hope.
Yeah, it's like.
But like, I want to be able to give stupid answers to every
genuinely we would like to be a part of that we haven't been invited to, and it's the same for every creator.
Yeah,
you know.
I want to be able to give stupid answers to every question, and I hate that some questions are high stakes. That's what annoys me, is they're legitimately high-stakes questions to be confronted with.
Mr. Spampy cheered 200 biddies. Thank you very much. Or it's just not our business. I mean, it isn't your business, but also It's like when you're asking questions like that, sometimes we have like, you know, sometimes we're human beings and sometimes we haven't been invited to things and sometimes we feel put out and you're just there rubbing salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Fortunately, I don't know what MCC is, so I don't really care about that one. But, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's PvP and I know I'm not good at PvP, so I didn't
even know
really
it was
care.
PvP, so you got me there.
I'm pretty sure it's PvP, but you know.
Okay.
And if I was wanted there, I would have been asked, I'm sure. You ever have that moment of like the original Disney Sleeping Beauty? You weren't wanted. Okay.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you haven't seen the Disney Sleeping Beauty movie?
Maybe not the original. Like, I saw
Okay,
Disney
well, there's
Disney did a remake of somebody else's fairy tale, but was there an original?
The original Disney one compared to the
So Disney's retelling of someone else's original.
Oh God, Joe, stop being semantic at me. I can't bloody handle it today. Get over it.
This is why we weren't invited to work on the Disney project.
This is why you weren't invited.
I know, right? Okay, so I need to now stop this from fraying by melting this together. So if you aren't normally watching the stream, this is the part where the fire's coming out.
There's a lot of skill-based challenges and teamwork stuff. I'm good at neither of those either, so it's fine.
We're gonna try and... That's kind of okay. Yeah, that kind of worked.
Cleo thinks
Smells
I'm
like
pedantic. Honey, you are pedantic. It's just that Joe has got you beat on that. Joe's worse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Good. You sit there and you be sorry, Joe.
Oh, not to you, to Cam.
I mean, that's fair.
I wouldn't want to compete with me.
Didn't realize it was a competition.
You were just comparing how pedantic we were. You literally just got done.
I was reading chat, not... That was from chat, not about you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sometimes I read my chat,
I
Joe.
thought you were
Maybe
saying...
you should look
I
into
thought
that.
you were explicitly saying to Cam that I was more pedantic.
You are.
But, okay.
It's not a competition, but you are more pedantic. And if it is a competition, dear God.
Okay, so do people usually melt the outer woven bits too?
Yes.
If you
Because
melt it
it's all
further away
plastic
from
and
the
it all
actual
frays.
end, you can trim it. Okay, well, the thing is, I need to... Okay, let's melt the bit. I'm assuming that Badger was saying yes to melting around here and not to something else about me being pedantic. So we're going to melt this together real quick.
Pedantry. The pedants are revolting.
Okay. Melt it all. Okay, that's what we did. Okay. Now it looks blatantly melted. It doesn't look good. Do I have a glass of water nearby? No, I'm just using my fingers. Okay.
You got to pull out a dictionary for pedantry.
Can I get a glass of water? Look, if you're thirsty, Badger, you can get your own glass of water. You're in London, and it's like 4,000 miles. I am not walking over there to bring you a glass of water.
Some friend you are.
Mm-hmm. I'm just terrible.
You are. You're like the worst.
I am the worst.
Also pretty obnoxious. Mm-hmm. So you got that going for you, yeah. Which is awful.
So, okay. I'm kind of thinking of having a 5 bead set on the bottom for keeping track of. Maybe maybe I do all of these are 1s, and then I have 5 beads for 10s on the bottom. I think that would read more.
I mean, how do you
visually.
do a bottom is a question.
Oh, well, so like on the right side, I mean.
Ah, okay.
So I've still got some. Madeline says, "What's the purpose of the burning?" Well, it takes an oxidant and fuel and heat and causes chemical change.
Yep.
Yes. Badger says, "I can bring her a glass of water on Sunday." Yes. When you get here, you can have a glass of water. As a treat. Welcome to Nashville. Here's a glass of water. Enjoy our fine hospitality.
If you don't meet them at the airport with like a bottle of water.
Have you tried bringing a bottle of water into an airport? That's you don't want to do that.
I was assuming you weren't going to go through customs, but sure.
Yeah, probably not. Let's see. We got a tip rolling in from Mahi Zero, who says, "Woo, fire on stream." That is going to get us to 8 degrees angular here. Do. Rotating the camera. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat. Badger says, "I would be happier if you had an actual glass or bottle of water to dampen any possible fires or embers." Yeah, I did. I actually think about that. But then I was like...
I thought about the fire safety.
I thought about it. But I was like, in an actual emergency, I would put it in my coffee. And outside of that, I don't want to have a second thing of fluid to knock over. I was doing the risk-reward here, and I'm like, I'd rather ruin my coffee than risk spilling water on my computer. It is kind of where I'm at.
I mean, that's fair.
I explicitly came into this having a cup full of liquid, though, right here, knowing that I might need a cup full of liquid. But, yeah. That's the thoughts there. Yeah, I wish there were teal beads. Now, well, these are kind of teal, but I'm worried they're going to get chromed out. Does that get... Yeah, that looks like it gets chromed out. Yeah.
Why teal beads? Curiously?
Because my shirt in Minecraft is teal.
Oh, yeah, no. That checks. That checks.
People are going to be like, "Joe, why isn't your abacus... like your brand colors?" And I'll be like, because these are whatever my daughter already had, and there's nothing more on brand than me just using whatever's lying around.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
Oh boy. Hey, we got some more tips rolling in. So actually, here, let's use our test abacus for. So we were at 8 here, and then we got another 2 rolling in. That's gonna bring us up to 10 from Crystal, who says hi, Crystal, thank you so much. And then Tyler tips 20, who says a bit for the vacation fund since I know Ren doesn't give you holiday pay. Let's see, 20. That's gonna bring us all the way over here, and then we reset this one. I'm learning.
Ren doesn't even give us pay at the moment.
Woo. Okay, so then that's going to bring us up, okay, between the 2 from Crystal, rotating us to 10 degrees, and then the additional 20 from Tyler, bringing us up here to 30, do. Now we're really rotating, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not getting weekly pay either. I've had to start doing quests again to make money.
Oh.
Because there's still money in the quests thing.
Yeah.
And I'm broke in Minecraft. So,
only in Minecraft?
What?
Nothing, don't worry.
Oh. So, I know we've done a lot of recordings together lately. But I'm trying to get as much stuff done before I leave as possible.
Right.
So maybe I should ask someone else this, but because you're here while I'm thinking of it, I think I should ask you first. So
Okay.
I need to go use that. So Grian has a computer that will give you suggestions for like ideas and stuff, like a brainstorming computer.
Yeah.
And that's how Impulse got the idea to do the Asuma party and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so since I need to make as many episodes as I can before I leave on my trip, I was thinking I should go and use that for one of them. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized just now, why don't I bring someone with me so I can be like, here are the 3 prompts I got. Let's spitball ideas about how to interpret it.
I mean, I've got I haven't even started recording, and I've got a pretty full session.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that with you.
If you're not actually excited about this idea, I should probably ask somebody else.
My brain is like getting things to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and keep in mind, this episode might come out in like a week and a half too. This is because I mean, you can use your footage of us getting the clues now, but my point of view wouldn't come out like and with the actual implementation.
Yeah, no, I also have a thing to do for X.
Yeah.
X nudged me and said you need to do a thing, which I'm pretty sure is a Grumbot thing.
Oh, okay.
I haven't looked.
So if you're already, look, I don't need to give you more work. It sounds like you're good. I'll go work on this on my own, or I'll what I should probably do is bother
Corrales.
Yeah, I should bother somebody I haven't done a collab with for a while. Because like I was looking at it, and it's like my last few episodes have been very Joe and Cleo heavy, which is great because I think we're hilarious. But it is a big server, and it it misrepresents the community element if it's just always you and I palling around.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, unless you were like, I was gonna go there too anyway.
I was gonna go there, but then I feel like it should be in reaction to what X has got planned for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what X has got planned for me. All I know is that it doesn't sound good. And he's shown me a picture of a pedestal, and I am dubious about pedestals when it comes to X.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that taught me how to make them a trap.
Uh-oh.
So...
yeah. Apparently the computer is something French. People are saying Grumbo. Apparently it's Grumbo is the name of the computer.
Grumbo.
Okay.
I feel like I should go there at some point, yes. I mean, I'm not even going to get around to this X thing until tomorrow, so...
Yeah.
If you don't find anyone to do it with it, just nudge me.
Okay, well, I need to do it, like, today is the thing. And that was the other thing is, like, I was thinking, like,
I've got a full day today.
Yeah, so Wednesday's usually... I'm already eating 3 hours of your day.
Yeah, and I've got another stream tonight.
Yeah.
And I've got stuff to do in the meantime, so... Yeah.
Let me post something. I'm just gonna go to the Hermitcraft group chat, and to some degree, I like if I invite a particular person to do it, that's better. If I'm just like I'm gonna pick this person, I'm gonna see if they're free today, but then I have to go down the list and message everybody individually, because like the first 3 people are gonna be like, oh no, I'm slammed today. Can we do it next week? But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe see somebody who seems to be on.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I should just bother whoever's on the server at the time I'm recording. Wow. Cleo, you are even better at going with the flow than I am. People are saying Wednesday is a day off.
For who? Because I've been on the server Saturday and Sunday, and I'm telling you, it's dead.
Yeah. Okay, so here's so I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I've got freelance work to do during my normal stream time. But like the thing is I need to record this afternoon. Also, Grian doesn't like people streaming from inside his base because he's often doing spoilery stuff, which is fine if my episode's going to come out in a week and a half, but I can
streamy stuff.
I can record inside Grian's base without worrying, but streaming inside Grian's base is often a non-starter. So this afternoon would be a great time for me to record going in, and then when the next time I stream, I can be like, hey, I got this prompt from Grumbo or Grumbo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kind of like, because of the form factor here. Obviously, I'm not going to attach an actual crucifix to the bottom, but I do have like more keychains and stuff like that than I know what to do with. Maybe I should go through my random key fob collection and attach one of those to the bottom, which will make it easier to find this in my bag. Like if I'm like rummaging.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. So like
it's supposed to be a travel abacus, so you can just hook it to jeans and stuff.
Yeah. Well, for example, I've got a fake motel key fob from the Doomgate Inn, which is like a D&D setting thing from Acquisitions Incorporated. So, and then like Mini Cheese Mouse sent me that cute little horse. I like the idea, or not sent me, brought me that cute little horse. I guess, though, if whatever I put on the bottom is like a keychain fob anyway, I can just swap out the keychain based on like what the stream is, too.
That's true.
So I don't have to like commit to like, oh, I'm going to tie this onto here and it's going to be there forever. It's like I could swap it out.
You can do what you like with it, Joe.
Yeah. Do what I want because I can, if I want because I'm gonna.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty much how you live your strange little existence.
Yeah. That's... Yes.
That wasn't intended as an insult. I realise how insulting that sounds.
It's fine.
Doesn't sound fine, Joe. Forgive me, Joe.
I noticed in my last episode when I was editing it, you kept asking for forgiveness for things. I had to edit a lot of them out because I was like, is this starting to get weird? Like, really? I don't know. Is this a conscious choice you've made in your interactions with others where you're like, you know what? I overstep a lot of boundaries and I need to start recognizing that and seeking immediate forgiveness in order to rectify that?
No, Joe. I have an anxiety condition.
Okay. Well, you just didn't used to apologize this much. I
have always apologized.
Maybe not to me. Maybe you just never apologized to me before. But like, no, I really, when I was editing, I was like, man, people are gonna think that this is something like that. There's some sort of tone shift where I've like started like snapping at people if they don't apologize immediately for things or something. Like, I don't know what the fans are gonna read into this, but I'm cutting it out.
I'm sorry, I won't do it in the future.
Mm-hmm. You're forgiven. Cleo is British. We apologize to inanimate objects, too. Yeah, that's why over there you activate your phone's voice thing by saying, hey, sorry, could you tell me how to get to the train depot?
You say that, but I do use my phone's computer robot, and I say please and thank you to it.
Well, the joke is that sorry sounds like Siri, but, you know.
No, I'm knowing, and I'm telling you that I do actually say please and thank you to the robot.
Yeah, no, like, sometimes when I'm driving, if I'm trying to stay awake, every time it says, please turn left, you know, or it doesn't say please, it'll say, like, turn left in 300 feet. I'll yell, thanks, computer! Just for that adrenaline rush of yelling. I'll also scream when we enter. So there's a sign when you enter the Nashville city limits that say Metropolitan Davidson County, home of the Grand Ole Opry. And I'll yell, Metropolitan Davidson County, home of the Grand Ole Opry. Woohoo!
But you are so tired.
The problem is, if everybody else in the car is tired, I have to check if they're asleep first. Which, if I'm looking backwards at people when I'm already tired, is not a good move while driving.
I use manners with mine. Unless it activates without me telling it to, then I yell at it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've never had mine activate without me saying anything.
So for mine, if I lean on the wrong button on my watch, like if I'm holding my hand in a weird way, like I might while I'm crafting, if the crown gets pushed in for several seconds or whatever,
Right.
then that would set it off. Which I really like.
Joe is chaos, that is all.
I'm not chaos. I'm sleepy.
I'm not chaos, I'm sleepy.
I'm just tired. I'm not trying to be mean. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, sometimes I have to apologize because people are like, wait, did you set up this elaborate thing? Like, this is the most sociopathic, manipulative thing. And I'm like, what? No, I just did whatever made sense at the time while I was tired. And apparently, like, these decisions make me look like a total jerk. But, like, no. Oh.
Can confirm Tired Joe is meaner than not Tired Joe.
Am I meaner? That probably tracks.
You're more easily annoyed, so yes.
More easily annoyed. Okay, that's
true. I wouldn't necessarily say you're meaner, but it comes out more.
I've been trying to get to bed earlier. My goal has been for the last few days. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and be in bed by 11:30, and the result has been that I'm in bed by 12:15. But that's better than before because I was getting in bed at like 1:30. I still have to wake up at 7 to get my kid to school. But like the problem is, I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed, and then I'm like, oh, now I gotta move the clothes to the dryer, and I gotta make sure that the dryer is actually dry before I go to sleep. Or, oh, now I've got to start the dishwasher. Or, oh, I didn't put sheets on the bed yet because I changed them. Or I didn't change them. I took them to wash or whatever. And it's like, there's always something. Like, I'm just, it's always something. It's always something.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah. Mahi Zero says, Tired Joe doesn't have any time for nonsense that didn't originate from him. What actually usually happens is, or the biggest thing is that I start losing the ability to parse abstract things. And so somebody will say something that's like multi-level, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this right now. I just cannot Wait, I understand that there's some meaning here that is non-literal. And my brain is saying, too tired. No.
Says denied.
Yeah, it's like, and this happens too, like, especially if I've eaten recently, because, like, my digestive issues, like, my ability to process non-literal things is just, like, drops off incredible. Like, somebody, and this is one of the reasons that, like, I'm, like, removing image posting from my Discord. Because, like, I'll just be sitting there for, like, 10 minutes looking at, like, a meme somebody posted and going, like, what does this mean? And, like, I shouldn't just be looking at a random image for 10 minutes going, I don't understand this. What does it mean? It takes too much time out of my day. Like, granted, when I'm, like, processing food and that cognitively impaired, maybe I shouldn't be doing a lot of other things, but like I could be folding laundry. Like I shouldn't be driving, but I could be folding laundry, I could be vacuuming. Just because I can't be processing images right now doesn't mean I should just give up on being productive entirely. But like I'll just see something like that and it's like a nerd sniping trap where I'm like, huh, what is this? And it's I'm losing too much time. I'm losing too much time. Not okay. Okay. So I am going to now trim this end. Oh, wait, but if I was going to attach a keychain here, how am I going to do that? I guess I could run the loop of the keychain, like, through the bottom, I guess? In which case, I probably don't want to trim this too much. Marcus Doom says time is not lost, it's only spent on bad things.
There are bad choices to be made, Joe.
Yeah.
And I trust you to make them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The image of Joe staring silently nonsense me for a few minutes before saying aloud, "Is this political?"
Okay. So we definitely don't want to have this whole tail here hanging off. So I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, so basically I've got 2 ones columns and a tens column. So this is basically... So actually, wait, no. I don't know. Basically, I can use these extra 5 to keep track of, like... So if somebody's like, okay, if they tip and I'm like, okay, that's going to come out to 4... expansions. That'll help me keep track of, okay, we got to do 4 expansions now. Or whatever. And I can...
Yes.
Yeah. Like, for processing big tips, having an extra set of beads to use is helpful. And those are purple. We had very limited colors here.
Well, those bead sets always come in limited colors. When I was teaching, I run an after-school club.
Yeah.
No, actually, we had... it was Golden Time clubs, which is basically
Golden Time?
every Friday, if you've been good, you get to do Golden Time.
Okay.
Which is like, you'd go to another person's classroom and you'd do like fun crafts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I did bead making, and they're always like pink and purple beads.
I like that you go to another person's classroom because your classroom is boring. Like, you don't want to...
No, it was set up by the head teacher.
Ah.
I didn't get a choice in where I was going. It was just like, you're going to do beads. And because I was just like, well, where are the beads? And they're just like, I don't know. Where did you get them from? I'm like, I see. So I had to go out in my own time and buy beads for the classroom.
Yeah. If only someone created a business that, like, was called the Bead Keepers. And they could just wear, like, a big net over their head and deliver you an entire hive of beads.
Sure.
This could totally be a thing.
Sure, Joe.
Okay. Badger's Manager says, puts actual tally counter into a suitcase. What's a tally counter? Have I just sat here for, like, an hour engineering something that already exists? Is there, like, a travel thing for counting? What's an actual...
I mean, it's...
Okay. Fine. Okay. There are websites that you can get a tally counter.
Took me a while to figure out what my kids at school were calling manipulatives. Sounded concerning, but then it was just beads. Yeah, manipulatives are...
Is that just another word for, like, fidget beaters? Like, woo.
No, it's manipulatives are things that you like. It's like things that you can pick up and move around to like count and stuff.
Yeah.
So like beads and counters and
Yeah. Okay, so these generally tend to stay where they're put. Like if I put 3 there, like they stay there or whatever. Okay. So like right now, I could mark that we're at 30, and then yeah. So I've got
those cubes.
I can use these 3 as 10, or yeah, and then the other 20 as 1s. Okay. So
that looks like it'd work.
If anyone wants to test using the Travel Abacus, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
If it's that thing where you have to click a button.
Oh, I don't... The thing is, though, when I'm actually traveling, laptop screen space is super tight because I've got 3 chats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I usually pull up the Discord then on the iPad. And then the YouTube and Twitch chats are just really hard to see. So, okay.
You get to start the day of the week stickers. Where's my rainbows? That's the dots. There it is. Not a computer thing, a small handheld item. Yeah, the thing that you click and the numbers go up. I feel like if Joe got like $100 tip, that would start to hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to do a clicker. Yeah. Hey, Chloe the Great and Powerful tips 3 and says, let's try it out. So, boom, we're going to put 3 right there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate Joe. Do. And then we got another 1 rolling in from NJ who says, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to put us at 4. It's kind of weird to me that that I'm kind of doing these sequentially. I almost want to... Well, it's fine. Like, my brain is... Because I'm used to these being on top of each other.
Your brain cannot handle the abacus.
My brain... Like, part of me is like, oh, I should have had a gap there. And then just done these on layers, or... I don't know. I might have to do a second iteration of these, but luckily this was like 50 cents worth of parts, probably. I don't know how much individual beads cost, but like this paracord was $8 for 100 feet, and this is not an entire foot. So like if we have to make a second one of these, let's see. Leslie McCord tips 4 for testing purposes only. That's gonna put us get us another. Oh yeah, I forgot to rotate for NJ, so we're gonna rotate up to 38 degrees now. Okay, so thank you, Leslie. Okay. Soup says, enjoy the rest of your stream. Thanks. Winter says, did you look at those portable monitors? I am waiting on freelance checks to come in right now. Basically, I don't price things when I can't afford them, because then I'll be annoyed that, I'm not what the kids would call super liquid right now. I've got a bunch of money tied up in, like, prepayments on these, where we're staying for vacation and stuff like that, so... Yeah. That was one of the other reasons I was like, I might just have to go to Best Buy or wherever and buy whatever they have there, because, like, between now and when I leave, like, I've got just money tied up in everything for the trip.
Yay!
Yay! Quirky tip 7, who says, aiming for the fancy 45 degrees. Woo! So here we go. Let's go ahead and rotate Joe. Now, I'm doing this on the lower camera here, but maybe what I should be doing is I should be holding it up and moving them over, because that's actually closer to how we'll do it during the Minecraft streams. We'll test it. We'll test this. I might do a Minecraft bonus stream today.
Test this multiple times, everyone. It's fine.
Yeah, I can test this multiple times.
See you in a bit, NJ.
But yeah, so I'm going to look at portable monitors, but I'm waiting to be a little bit more liquid.
That's reasonable, Joe.
Yeah. Because, like, if I look at one and then I'm like, that's the one for me, I'll order it in 3 days when this freelance check comes in. And then I go to order it in 3 days and that one's sold out now. I'll be like, ah. But if I just wait 3 days and order it when I have, and go when I have the money, I'll be like, oh, this one's sold out. I'll find another one, right? Just save me some stress.
Save you some heartache.
Exactly. Okay, so let's get the other abacus out of frame entirely now.
Is Joe gas right now?
Am I what?
That's the question.
Am I expanding to fit the shape and volume of my container?
That's yeah. No, I was confused.
Is that the question? Oh, because I'm not very liquid. Oh, I get it.
Oh no, Joe's just semi-solid.
Yeah. I want
he's a non-Newtonian fluid
to get me through this semi-solid kind of life, baby. I want something else. Not listening when you say.
Does
Hello,
anyone
this
have
is
the dates of
Marcel.
No
Here's
Craft Streams at
20
hand?
more liquid coming out.
Yes, I do. No Craft Streams is Monday the 10th.
Woo. Okay, so thanks.
Wednesday the 12th.
Wednesday the 12th, no craft stream.
But no HHH.
And no HHH on Monday the 10th. And Marcel, thank you for the 20. We're going to mark those on the purple beads. Let's hold those up. Purple beads. Boom. So that means we are still... Okay, so we're going to go to 65. I can read this. This is actually not a terrible way to store information. So... rotating 65 degrees. Okay. Thank you very much, Marcel. Okay. Oh, you know what? I was at my local pinball bar a few weeks ago, and I noticed something that I intended to bring up on stream because I thought you would appreciate it. And
Yeah.
I just didn't have... I realized after our last few streams, I kept forgetting. So, yeah, when my daughter was at her mom's, like, I've been trying to, like, force myself to get out of the house more. When she's like away for 3-day weekends or whatever. So this was, I don't know, whatever holiday it was a few weeks ago, Labor Day probably. She was at her mom's, and so after my stream I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to No Quarter and I'm gonna play some pinball and just, and like the thing is, like, the same people that are there for the tournaments hang out there on the weekends too, because everybody likes to practice on the machines and stuff, right? So it's good because, like, I can drop in and, like, see a few acquaintances and chat. Like, it's not like, oh, these are super close friends from high school or whatever, but, like, at least, I get to go somewhere everybody knows my name and I know them, and it's nice, So yeah. I go over there and I'm playing pinball and I'm listening to the music and I'm like, oh, I know this song. And then the next song plays. I'm like, oh, I know this song. And I'm like, this is weird. It's like, even though these songs have almost nothing in common, how do I know the words to all of these? This is not music I would normally listen to, but somehow they're playing, like, all the songs I know in a row. How did they know that I would know all these songs? Like this is very odd, right?
Mm-hmm.
I realized they had created a playlist of Weird Al medley selections. They're not playing the Weird Al medleys. They're playing in sequence the songs from Weird Al medleys. And I was like, how did I know this song was going to be played next? And I'm like, because it's the next in the medley. And so, like, over the course of, like, 70 minutes, they play through every song in one of the Weird Al medleys. And I'm like, that's a very clever playlist setup. It is pretty clever. I should do that for road trips.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, although on our upcoming road trip, I'm gonna be letting Badger. I'm gonna let Badger take the wheel on the playlists, because taking the wheel on driving is not a good idea if you don't have a driver's license. But yeah, I'll let you take the click wheel on the iPod Shuffle, not the Shuffle. That doesn't have a click wheel. You get the idea.
I do get the idea. But thank you to DM for the 18-month resub. It's very much appreciated. I love these little stickers. These are great. Yeah. I don't have to pick up individual letters, and it still looks pretty.
Because it's got the full days on them?
It's got the full days on them.
Wow.
And I've got 14 weeks of stickers.
14 weeks.
So I don't have to worry about this for 14 weeks.
Woo. Okay, so I think I need to switch gears on my crafts. I'm going to go put the fire away and get... I'm out of coffee. I'm going to get another drink. Cleo, can you cover the chats while I reshuffle my workspace and get a new drink?
Sure.
Thank you, Cleo. Be right back.
Let me open Joe's stream. Okay, so questions about Joe time. Let's go. You know the drill. If you don't know the drill, that's okay. Just watch what happens. Rainbow Thream is so pretty. I like me some rainbows. Nope, didn't mean to take the Friday one. How long until Joe? Like 3 days. Well, looks like I'm just going to Joe's chat for the questions. Joe's chat. Is Joe plasma? No, Joe is a non-Newtonian liquid. What's Joe's favourite colour? Puce. Saturday stickers. Cold Dawn, resubscribe for 11 months. Thank you very much. Does Joe have a cat? No. No. Not a real cat, at least. How expensive would the reno for Joe's entire recording studio to spin with tips? Like several thousand that he needs your help to recoup. So, would Joe slink or float? I mean, he's still a solid, but he would still float. What is Joe's favorite element? Borium. It's not a real thing. Am I cat enough for Joe to have in his house? That's a good question, Badger. I think you are more than enough cat for Joe to have in his house right now. When Joe moves to a place where he is capable of having more cat, you will then not be enough cat. Does Badger count as a cat? That wasn't the question, though. Where's my rainbow sticker gone? I was going to put it here. I was saving that one. Bah. Humbug. Joe's favourite element is surprise. That's a good one. What's Joe's favourite rocks, paper, scissors, initializing move? I would probably say Joe's a rock person, I feel like. Just out of laziness, you know? Which we all understand. I've lost my circle sticker. The good one. There it is. If Joe were a cat, what would his name be? Joe. Why is Joe? That is an unanswerable question. What's Joe's favourite midnight snack? Joe has to be very careful about the snacks that he imbibes. I'm going to go with probably the hidden jerky because then he would know where it is. Just statistically. What is Joe's as a plural? As in a plague of rats. He's a botheration of Joe's. Meat. See, I was right. Jerky. What's Joe's favourite time of the day? The time when he is spending time with people he cares about. Do you ever have a sticker that you think, maybe this isn't actually a sticker and it's just a piece of printed paper? If Joe were a tree, what tree would he be? Joe strikes me as a spruce. There it is. Got it. Rainbows. I figured it would be time skip. Is Joe a demon? No. Is Joe an angel? No. A botheration of Joe's brings me joy. Is Joe fictional? No. Joe is autobiographical, not fiction. Does Joe prefer sweet or savoury? He prefers meat. Does Joe like pineapple on pizza? You could have just asked me if Joe was a heathen or not. Mini cheese mouse. Is Joe immortal? No. Would you rather fight an elephant-sized Joe or 100 rat-sized Joes? I mean, I probably wouldn't fight them, but I'd probably like an elephant-sized Joe because, you know, I don't need any more Joes. How much Joe can one intake go without passing out? That is a limit that has not yet been considered, so I don't know. Is Cleo a Joe cyclopedia? No. Is Joe's from the 1000s? No. far as I know, Joe is from the 20th century. Could be wrong. What
Yeah.
supernatural creature is Joe? Joe's a cryptid. I've answered this question before. Just a generic one.
Are cryptids supernatural?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to move the fire. It's fine. I'll just put it somewhere harder to reach. Okay.
Yes, Joe. Doing all right?
I am doing all right. I'm doing good. Am I unmuted? I think I am. Yay.
No, you're not muted. You're unmuted on my chat, so.
Yay.
There's one thing Joe is super at, it's being natural.
Thank you. People are saying there's...
That was my other half. Not me.
Bot messages. Yeah.
That's good.
Bandit. Okay. Would you rather fight 100 Joe-sized hills or one hill-sized Joe? Asks Rexperty.
I feel like Joe-sized hills because I'm pretty sure they don't fight back.
Yeah. Cleo just walks all over him. Unlike me.
Who's never been up a hill.
No. Or who's never been walked all over. Oh boy. Let me get my stencils and my French curve.
Unless the hills have eyes.
Look at all these extra drawing implements. I need some sort of like, you know those like upright paper holders? I need like an upright paper holder type thing that I can just keep all of these in. All my little stencils.
I mean, you do, yes.
We'll just lean them on Corinne's bag. It's fine. The bead bag is now multi-purpose.
That's reasonable.
Hey, welcome, Goran. Glad you could join us. I'm just working on a rough layout for the pinball machine concept. I have a loose... I basically... I took parts of Skateball that I liked, which was the way that the shooter lane brings the ball up and around. But then I'm going to add... and I'm thinking I'll put a hard stop here instead of having the orbit stop, so that there would be a way that it, but then there wouldn't be the locking gate. I forget what that's called. There's like the two gates at the top of total nuclear annihilation, whatever those are called. Instead of having one of those here, if you manage to hit the shot just right on the skill shot, it would go all the way around and hit the spinner, go down to your flipper. So
Cool.
I'm experimenting. Yeah. Controllable gate. Okay. Yeah. So there wouldn't be a controllable gate on here. I'm also probably going to move the bumpers and the targets around. I'm thinking instead I would have like it's instead of spelling skate, this would be like the Kepler solar panel arrays, which in real life actually look like they'd be perfect on a pinball machine. Let me see if I can find some of those here. Yeah, so having 6 drop targets that look like these solar panels would look good, is what I'm thinking. But yeah.
The hills have I. It's the second letter. Just the one.
But yeah, so this is just a very rough sketch. I'm still figuring out where things need to go and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. You shouldn't bait the pedants. I mean... JT, that's like saying you shouldn't bait yourself, because we all know We understand and we approve regardless, but we know. You right there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm trying to... I think whatever whatever the things that I want to work on here might end up being very measurement heavy. So I'm like trying to figure out what's... I might benefit more from doing something more fast and loose. I don't know.
Well, we can stop at any time if you want to do this another day.
Well, so I do need to hop on Hermitcraft and do some recording.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We've been going about 90 minutes, I guess. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And I managed to create an entire travel abacus, which I've somehow lost.
Yes.
How did I lose it already? I found it! I found it, everybody! It was on the ground.
Joe Hills, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, right? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here I go, Joe Hilson again. Yes.
Take that one on Monday.
But yeah, this is
added an extra one.
This is gonna work. The beads aren't slipping around. That was my biggest concern, was bead tension.
Mm-hmm.
And like the paracord and the bead diameter, like they're great. They're confluent. Let's see. Oh, I did get a last minute rotational tip from Rotation for 5. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Boom. And rotate up to 69 degrees angular. Nice. Thank you very much, Rotation.
Hey, McLesley, I don't think Joe needs to make a backup, because if he loses it, he's probably lost his bag, because that's probably where it'll end up being.
I mean, worst case, I guess I could bring the bag of beads and paracord and make a new one on the fly.
But... Yeah, but you'd have lost your bag because you've lost the abacus.
Yeah, I mean, if it just... And also, like, in terms of, like, looking for things, it is literally glow-in-the-dark beads. So if it's nighttime and I turn out the lights, it'll be glowing. Mm-hmm. And during the day, like, the green is kind of easy to see. Like, once I realized... Because I just assumed it was underneath these, so I wasn't looking for it. I was like, oh, it's just misplaced under there. And then when I realized it wasn't under there, that's when I started looking. And I did find it very quickly. I didn't even need to turn on my torch. So.
It's good.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
Alrighty, so let's see.
It'll end up with the beef jerky.
Yeah. Should we break into our own streams and wrap it up then, Cleo?
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, I'll speak to you later, Joe.
Alright, catch you later, Cleo. Bye. So we're going to disconnect over here. We're going to hide the window capture. Ooh, we actually remembered to do the things right. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I need to go record some stuff in Grian's cave. And I can't do that on stream. So I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to go bother whatever hermits are online and are not streaming. Hopefully somebody's out there. Somewhere out there on the Hermitcraft. But yeah, I really want to make sure that these videos that come out next week and the week after, even though I'm going to be getting ready to travel and traveling, I want to make sure they're good. So I'm excited. I've got some good Halloween ideas that will be awesome. Let's see who's doing what. It looks like our friend Pearlescent Moon is building with Legos. Why don't we go ahead and raid Pearl? Gonna send folks over there. She's building some sort of tall neck from Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's like a Brontosaurus. Are there dinosaurs in that? Probably. Probably Brontosaurus. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do 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 do. Okay, stop streaming.